Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I have a story for you. I'm going to get very personal in my life about a few subjects. Why would I do this and put it on the internet? I consider it to be somewhat therapeutic to get my stuff out there. And they say a lot of times if you have issues, writing it down or saying it can be therapeutic. I believe that. I think it works well for me. And somebody might get something out of it or not. I mean, even if it's just entertainment, hey, cool. If you ever watched any of my videos, uh, pre November 2021, you're going to see a lot of alcohol drinking. You're going to see me drink beer. You're going to see me drink wine. You're going to see me drink scotch, Jack Daniels, vodka. Uh, I've enjoyed alcohol pretty much my entire life. Um, but I quit drinking a second time. I quit drinking last November. So I haven't had any alcohol since last November. And right now, it is July 2022. Um, and I've been able to quit and have beer and wine in my refrigerator since then. Have I been tempted to drink it? Yes. Have I drank it? No. Matter of fact, I've been just using it to cook with. I do when I decided to do something. I'm pretty strong. I can stick for a pretty good while, and my motivations are what I'm about to explain. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to show you. I got some alcohol-free beer. This is Busch non-alcohol. Cheers. All right. So let me get back to the situation here. In August of 2019, my significant other, my girlfriend, Mary, she passed away primarily because of alcohol. There are a few other factors, but I'm no doctor. But after she passed away, needless to say, I was pretty turned off by booze. So I didn't drink for approximately 11 months. And then the football season rolled around, and I'm a big football fan, and I've always enjoyed tailgating and grilling out and drinking beer and eating chicken wings and all that sort of stuff. And I got to, like I said, about a year I was kind of in mourning. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to just try to do some stuff and be happy like I used to be or whatever. And I was tempted pretty hard. And I got a bottle of Jack Daniels, made some Jack and Cokes, and there it was. Boom. Right back into it. So I drank and threw caution to the wind. And it was just a matter of time before I was, in my opinion, drinking too much. And then with the extra calories and sugars that you get from alcohol and overeating, I blew up to almost 400 pounds. And I became type 2 diabetic. And my health went to total shit. And I'm going to say it kind of crept up on me, but at the same time, I kind of knew it was happening and I just didn't care. That's not a good thing, right? I got to where I was, having to take diabetic medications, count my sugars. I'm not sleeping well at night. I'm starting to have sleep apnea, among all the other things, leg pain, all that shit. And so um, I decided that enough was enough and I was going to quit again. So I did last November. And since I've quit, I've dropped almost 75 pounds. And my goal is to get back to the weight that I was when I used to play in the band. Some of you know I used to play in the band. It was a hobby. But I look back at that time, and I was probably like 190 pounds. And being that, I'm about to be 52 years old, I think I really need to get this under control because honestly, you don't see too many like really old obese people because they just don't live to be old obese people. So I've been focused on that, but I've run into another issue while I've been losing weight and not drinking, and I've been, I think, depressed. Um, I think I'm neurotic to some point, being that I tend to cry too easy. I Emotions, I go too far with them, especially the bad ones. I constantly think of the worst case scenarios of stuff in my head, and it makes me upset. So I'm going to go see my doc tomorrow, and I'm going to tell him all this. And who knows, maybe we'll try the antidepressants or something. The thing is, when I went through my divorce in 2007, 2008, I tried, well, they put me on Wellbutrin, the antidepressant, and I took it, but it made me into a freaking zombie. Like, sure, I didn't feel bad, but I didn't feel anything. I mean, it was really, really weird. So I quit taking it. And, but I think maybe now I'm kind of hoping that maybe the drugs are better. Maybe I should try a different one. I mean, I know some people say, well, you have to go through 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever to find the right one. And that sounds like pure hell, actually. And I know of personally a few people that went through that trial and tribulation, that experiment, if you will. Ugh. So I don't know. I mean, I'm all about science and technology and uh, biochemistry and whatnot. So I'm not going to push back on it too hard. I mean, admittedly, I did push back on it a few times over the years, but that's just because I was thinking of my Wellbutrin experience. But I don't know. I've been just like really bummed out, and maybe on top of that, it's because I'm having really bad sciatica pain. I've been going through for like 5, 6 weeks, and I've got a pinched nerve or something, and the pain shoots down the back of my legs. And supposed to go see a specialist about that next week. And then you wonder, well, how much of the physical pain and stuff is making you mentally, you know, sad, depressed, whatever. So maybe that's a factor. I mean, every time you walk, stand, move, roll over in bed, it's like stabbing, burning, like electric shocks. Just, ugh, it's horrible. And when I get down and I start feeling sorry for myself and I start to feel like an asshole because all you got to do is turn on the news or get on the internet and you can see all of the misery and the sadness and the horrible shit going on, and the people that are just like in Ukraine, and then you think, well, damn, I mean, I really have it made. I shouldn't be bummed out at all. And then when I'm like, well, I seem to be bummed out and I can't stop being bummed out, then I feel like a jerk. It's a pretty nasty spiral, downward spiral. And since I don't use alcohol anymore to self-medicate, I'm kind of just out there in the wind, man. So yeah, I wanted to throw this out there, and if there's any folks out there that have been through this or anything similar, I'd be really interested to know what you have to say in the comments. And if you care to subscribe, I know my channel is small and unprofessional and pretty ghetto, really, the camera and the microphone and shit, but it is what it is, right? So, yeah. Anyways, I've rambled long enough. and I'm going to put this out there, so tell me what you think.